Bangalore heat is killing me.
Sorry, I was just hydrating myself. Summer and all.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I don't think I'll have the usual energy that that the episode requires.
Yeah.
This heat is really killing me. I think I'll melt.
Yeah, certainly no. It's un-Bangalore like to have scorching hot weather. Then again, I mean global warming, so yay.
I guess so. I mean, like, one plus point about Bangalore is at least you don't sweat as much as you would in Mumbai.
That's not really.
But yeah, because Mumbai is closer to the coast, no? Bangalore is on an altitude also on top of everything.
To be honest, when I did visit a friend in Mumbai, and I stayed at my friend's house, we just had the air conditioning on at all times, so I never noticed.
That's exactly how, like, if you have an AC in your house, it will constantly be on. Like, if it gets that hot, there's no, and like in general, like, Mumbai is not stingy when it comes to AC. Like, weirdly, I would remember in Bangalore the metro would have AC on, even though it does have AC. Some malls will not have AC, whereas I've never had such a problem with Mumbai. And then on top of that, like, the Ubers that you get in Bangalore, right? The Uber Go, that does not come with ACs. It's such an alien concept to Mumbaikars, because, like, when they come to Bangalore and then, like, they ask, can you turn on the AC? And then the driver's just like, we don't have an AC.
I mean,
because in Mumbai, regardless of what gradation of Uber you have booked, except if you're booking an auto, of course. Like, if you're booking a car, it has AC.
Inbuilt AC.
Regardless of.
Yeah, I mean, I know of houses that have air conditioning here. I don't think, I mean, at least I've not here in this locality where I live, I have not seen yet an air conditioning unit. Yeah, I mean...
What do you mean you have AC in your house, right?
No.
What?
Dude,
you don't?
You've been to my house more than once.
I mean, but seriously, you don't.
Dude,
I mean, like, yeah, it's very pleasant at your place, like, weather, but...
I know.
Still, dude, I never knew that you didn't have air conditioner.
I just had the fan on at full speed. I don't think you... I mean, it pretty noticeable, in my opinion.
I guess, like, at least you're not exactly in Bangalore. You're kind of, like, at the outskirts. And, like, there, I think the temperature is much more bearable, I guess. But, like, in Mumbai, it's too hard to even imagine being without AC, dude. It's... Oof.
That I get. It's near the coast. It's a similar situation in Kerala, except in Kerala, everyone lives in, like, everyone's got, like, everyone just has fans on. I've not been to a house in Kerala yet with air conditioning. At least my grandparents don't live in a house with air conditioning. Neither do some of my cousins or even I don't know. I think it's just like people get used to it.
I guess so.
Yeah. Everyone's also walking around in Mund anyway, so it's fine. It's pretty.
Oh yeah.
Pretty chill.
Yeah. Very summer friendly clothes.
Yeah. Anyway,
you'll see uncles with just the lungi on. No, yeah, like they won't be wearing anything on top. Nicely, like, sitting in the backyard chilling.
That's true.
That's kind of a vibe.
It's a vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, that vibe is gonna put me to sleep, and unless we start this episode now. Hello and welcome to episode 11. Episode 11. I'm drunk. I've not even had alcohol. Okay, welcome to episode 11. Sorry for that long random intro about air conditioning units and the fantastic weather in Bangalore.
Lemon episode.
Lemon. Should we just call it the lemon episode?
Yeah, lemon. Yeah.
English.
And now I'm on lemonade.
Even I. Robin, so, don't do this to me.
What's up with lemon episode?
Well, we why am I blanking out? Okay, we have picked a topic. You know what? How about Robin? Let's break for the theme song, and then you can kick off the episode.
The theme song will just furnish all the information in our heads.
It'll remind us that we're doing a podcast and we're not on a phone call.
Rebooting in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Robin, you wanna take it away?
Yeah. I'll take this one. So this was actually not even supposed to be episode 11. It was supposed to be episode 10. But then like we got a
You said
spontaneous
lemon.
idea. Yeah. I did that on purpose. But like in episode, but like we had a spontaneous idea for episode 10. So do check that out. But like here, actually, Adithya had Adithya is like kind of obsessed with this track. And
I wouldn't say obsessed. It's more just like
I mean, like you keep bringing it up. I mean, okay, it's not like you listen to it on repeat, but you're always so intrigued by it in fact it was him who actually pushed for this episode.
Yeah.
It's this track called Popipo. Popipo. It's a Japanese track with like a lot going on, like a lot. In fact, like, can we play an excerpt for them, or like is that?
Yeah, no? I think the correct approach for this would be to simply play the song and then take it from there. So
that's fair.
I'm just gonna load the YouTube video, and then I'm gonna hit play, and then you're gonna listen to the song, and then after you've listened to the song, you can then contemplate the purpose of your existence.
Exactly.
So let me just.
Right off the bat, I would say that like the listeners are missing out on half of the experience because they can't see the visuals. Like there's just so much going on even in the visuals. It's like a stimulation overload. But obviously we'll link the video in our episode description so everyone can see the.
Let me just say that I know we're going to make fun of the song, but in my opinion, this is a masterpiece. I just wanted to get this out there. Now,
explain yourself.
Well, firstly, this song does not bother to conform to pop music standards. It completely breaks the barrier and
that is a good reason.
Does something we don't expect. Be completely absurd. And I love it. I genuinely love it. I think so. When we spoke about the song last time, Robin, you mentioned you also kind of liked it for a similar reason.
Yeah. Actually, this is like an additional note for like the episode that we had previously, the writer's block rant, right? So I mean, like music on the radio or like in general, like after a point just starts to sound the same.
Yeah.
And you enter this point of saturation where you're just like nothing sounds new anymore. And
Nothing
when you get
really matters.
Yes, exactly. And then when you come across such gems, you stumble across them. They just stumble, okay?
Just gems with a Z.
They just spawn and you stumble upon them.
Yeah.
And like when that happens, it's genuinely refreshing to hear something that doesn't sound like other things,
Yeah.
And that genuinely is kind of like one of my approaches to sort of combat my writer's block, that is listen to something completely wacky.
Just unexpected. Yeah.
Exactly. And this makes the cut.
Yeah, it does. Honestly, look, I get it. It sounds when you hear the starting of the song, you're thinking this has got to be some kind of parody, right? Turns out it's not. And I mean, we can actually I have opened the Wikipedia, the wiki page for this song actually. So Popipo is a song, it's actually a Vocaloid song. Now, for those of you who don't know what Vocaloid is this cool little software that lets you write vocals for any song you make by simply inputting notes into a piano and actually writing words like phonetics. And of course, it doesn't. You can tell that it sounds very synthetic, and it's not like it's very distinguishable from an actual human voice. But there's a lot of Vocaloid music, and it's actually done. The artists that have made these songs with these like these quote unquote Vocaloid artists, have actually made some kind of cool stuff. I tell you what, since I mean, maybe we can do an episode on Vocaloid at some point in the future. But like,
we'll vocalize our voices. Vocaloidify our voices.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We can turn our voices in.
Hello, Adithya.
No, but
what were you saying?
Just keep in mind, Robin, that I'm the one editing this episode, so I have access to anything you say.
Yes, Adithya, your wish is my command.
That sounds weird, though.
Yeah, it does.
Anyway, yeah. So Vocaloid is a really cool software. It's been around for over a decade. As you can see, this song is not new. It came out. It was published on YouTube on the 2nd of February 2009, which is 14 years ago or more. It's old. It's an old song. But I mean, I discovered it, I think, when I was like 15, 16. So it's popped up then.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought this was like something you discovered this year.
See, Robin, this is why you should do your research. I'm kidding. But
What kind of research?
No, but so this song is essentially kind of okay. So the company that makes Vocaloid is Yamaha. They've done a really cool job. If you, we'll link the Vocaloid website as well in case you're interested, and some songs written with Vocaloid artists. Basically, what they do is they will sample an actual singer's voice in every key on the piano, or of course reasonably within that vocal range, and then they load that into kind of a sampler. Like you get plugins, the plugin hosts, which are basically just keyboards, which then can load these sounds. And they also record each sound with particular phonetics, so like an O, R, E, different sounds. And you can basically...
Hey, you did that in one of the episodes, no?
When? Which one?
You had taken like one cover that you had like of a friend who was singing.
No. That's a different thing.
And you charted it out on like
that's
the
different.
MIDI.
It's based on the same concept. So you sample someone's audio and then you can map that on a keyboard and then play different parts. But the difference is I took someone's like an already existing like bit of singing. So it's audio of somebody singing an entire verse or chorus, right? And then I kind of chopped that up, and then those audio chops are mapped on the keyboard. That's kind of different. What this is you sing a note, and then you assign that. Okay, you sing, for example, I sing the note C, okay, and then I record that, and then that's mapped to the C on. Oh wow, do you have perfect pitch now?
No, I just know how the C sounds. For everything else, I have to like relatively figure it out. Kind of. I don't have perfect pitch.
I can't even do that. New things I'm learning about you every day, Robin. It's truly fascinating. Anyway, yeah. So these individual notes, of course, mapped to a keyboard, and then you like I said, you record phonetics as well. People, be it a per sound, ter sound, or even vowels, those are recorded, and then the program kind of allows you to type in notes and words, and it'll basically, as best as possible, try to match the word you've written down and the note you've written down, and then have the AI, or not AI, so have the software sing it back to you. And what they've done is they've taken different actual singers' voices and they've created these voice banks. So one of the more popular ones, which is also the singer, the quote unquote singer behind this, is a character called Hatsune Miku. And so anyone who watches anime or who is very up to date with Japanese music knows that Vocaloid and Hatsune Miku are huge in Japan. There are actual concerts where people go to see these virtual or non-existent pop stars sing in actual concerts. We'll maybe cover an episode on this because it's genuinely fantastic.
Is this like, it sounds like a very niche thing, like
it is.
Does it belong to like any genre or something?
So I mean, Vocaloid is in itself somewhat of a genre. There's music across styles. Like I know a rock song. I think it's called The Lost Ones Weeping. A friend of mine sent it to me again like 6-7 years back. It's a nice song. It's a rock song. You also have your usual pop, pop music, hyper pop, electronic. It's a very, the stuff I've seen is mostly electronic music, although you will find other styles as well. But yeah, it is relatively smaller, but in Japan it's huge. It is huge in Japan. So
not gonna lie, like even though I am very invested and like a big fan of anime. I genuinely did not know any of this.
Yeah, because I mean,
So yeah, kind of an outlier here.
I mean, unless you really go looking for the way I discovered Vocaloid was through, I think, this artist, one of my favorite musicians of all time, which is Porter Robinson. Porter Robinson,
he has a lot of affinity for Japanese culture.
Yeah, if you listen to his 2014 album Worlds, you'll find that I think 3 or 4 songs there have a Vocaloid voice, and it's really well mixed and really well produced, and I like the way it sounds. He also does something. Oh, sorry, that's a phone call. Middle.
I was wondering what happened.
Yeah, I know. I should put my phone on silent. Sorry, guys. Anyway, no. So yeah, Porter Robinson has an entire album where there's actually songs, that use Vocaloid. In his latest album, Nurtured, I think he also does something similar in some places. Although I may be wrong. I think
Musician. He does that vocal chops thing.
No, that's a chopping. No. Sorry. His latest album uses pitched up vocals, so that'll be more like episode 5 where we talk about.
Yeah. I again got confused. The musician thing does what you did in episode 5.
Yeah, which is you just take you sing something in a particular,
Yeah, but you're saying he has used the Vocaloid technique in another song.
In his 2014 album. So I can name some songs if you're interested. Go check out.
Yeah.
I'm blanking out. I will.
No, it's okay. We'll make a playlist.
We'll make a playlist. We'll share
We'll
that
make a playlist.
in the description.
Yeah.
But essentially, the bottom line is that this style of music just uses a virtual singer, which is fascinating because, like, if you think about like what's going on in today's world with artificial intelligence and music technology, this is the future of music. You're going to see more and more of this kind of stuff, and Yamaha was well ahead of the curve. This is again 14 years old, so you can imagine.
Wow. I mean, like, just listening to the music, I thought that it's made in 2023.
Exactly.
I genuinely did not know it. It genuinely comes as a surprise to me that it was that old.
Yeah. So
like songs like that even existed back then. Like
that's like I said, and it's grown in popularity as far as I know, but it's still relatively niche unless you watch anime or are into Japanese. I think Japanese music in itself is very broad and there's a lot of variety and there's a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah, because like this does not, like, at least in my opinion, this does not obviously there are like some wacky stuff like everywhere, but like usually when people say anime music, they have like other soundscapes in mind, not exactly this. Like more like for shonen anime. Shonen means young adult, like anime like Dragon Ball Z or like Naruto, which has like action in it, so they have like more like rock thing going on, like, but like very emo. So
makes sense. So this is a lot of music in general, and Vocaloid is I guess one small little snippet of that. Anyway,
for slice of life, it would be like very mellow music, I guess. Slice of life meaning anime about the day-to-day occurrences.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
anyway, go ahead.
Coming back to Popipo. Popipo is actually Yamaha, I think back in 2009 came out with so rhythm games in Japan are very popular. If you've heard of Dance Dance Revolution or even Just Dance the game, then you know that like there's a whole
get those arcades even in
exactly
your malls in India.
Those are all imported machines from Japan. They're all bought from Japan. So these rhythm games are really popular in arcades, and there's a lot of, even for the PSP and other consoles, there's a lot of this kind of stuff. So in 2009, Yamaha came out with Project Diva. So Hatsune Miku Project Diva, which was essentially a rhythm game for the PSP and other PlayStation devices that featured songs using Vocaloid. So Popipo is actually one of those songs, and it features Hatsune Miku's voice, and it's unconventional to say the least.
It is.
It really is, and
I respect it for it.
Yeah, and actually it's interesting because I was doing a little bit of reading on this, and we both found out that this is this kind of music, which is, obviously it's kind of unconventional. This kind of unconventional music is actually there's a genre of this kind of music in Japan. It's called Denpa music, or this song is a Denpa song. It's Denpa. Now Denpa music is meant to be strange and catchy, and this could be like any feature of the song could be unconventional. It could be an off-key vocal. It could be completely nonsensical lyrics, or in this case, Popipo is actually a fake advertisement for vegetable juice.
Oh, wait a second. So Denpa is not Vocaloid.
Denpa is not Vocaloid. It's
Okay. Denpa is like a genre which encompasses every wacky but catchy.
And this particular song
yeah.
is both Denpa as well as a Vocaloid song. It's a Vocaloid song that is Denpa. And
Got you.
I think maybe we should look a little more into Denpa at some point. But this crosses genres, everything from pop to even chiptune and bit pop. I'm reading off the Wikipedia page. And I think it's really interesting. Like you mentioned, it's great to see some variety that's not your usual Billboard stuff. And on top of that, something as absurd as... Again, we recommend at some point, maybe after this episode, to watch the YouTube video. I'll link it as well. It's hilarious. And you'll see Hatsune Miku, the character, holding a bottle of vegetable juice. Yeah. You want to talk about the song?
Yes. I was actually waiting for, kind of excited for it, to be honest. So turns out I made a Denpa track without realizing. And this goes way back in the pandemic, where I just decided to go nuts with FL Studio one day. I just sort of ran the program and did something insane with the piano and just then arranged and put those tracks together. And then I called the track Carpe Diem because of how impulsive and spontaneous all of it was and how it sounds also. And Adithya has never heard this track. This track is entirely produced by me. Obviously, I don't know mixing or anything, so it won't be like a good mix maybe. But regardless, I still really like this track, and I'm quite excited to see what you think about it.
I think this will be a good demonstration of just the genre of Denpa, maybe, in at least conceptually. And then maybe we can, after this, maybe make some comparisons with popipo. Anyway, here is Carpe Diem by Robin James. I'm just going to quickly pull this change window and we play. Okay, enjoy. Robin.
What up?
Like I said before, every day I'm learning something new about you. I did not know that you made jazz.
This is not jazz.
You like jazz?
In fact, it's more than a track. It's kind of like a insane loop. I guess this goes on to demonstrate also how beginner friendly FL Studio is. We're doing a free promo of FL Studio, but I made this on FL Studio, and I would genuinely encourage anyone who's even casually interested to try out music production. To if they're not recording, if they're trying to do something electronically. This is purely electronic. Nothing was recorded. Everything was programmed, entered on piano roll, right?
Yeah.
So I would encourage the people to try out FL Studio for themselves.
Actually, no. Wait. Don't try FL Studio. That's on your laptop, and I know most people don't fiddle around on laptops all the time, especially for music. Download BandLab, which is on your phone, and you can. I use BandLab once in a while.
Is it as friendly as FL Studio?
Yeah, it was really easy. Yeah, you just because you don't have to click anywhere. You just click on the instrument you want to use, and then tap, and you can insert a note, and then you can make something out of it. Yeah.
Excellent, dude. I didn't know this.
Yeah, Bangalore is actually really, really powerful, and a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people use it to actually write full songs. Maybe. Wow.
Just to be clear, this is not we are not being sponsored either by FL Studio or BandLab. We're getting nothing out of this.
This is purely out of experience. But yeah, maybe that's also another episode. I love how every 5 minutes we come up with new ideas. It's just our creativity is really, really flourishing.
I mean, like, this is kind of how we even decided to do a podcast. When like we would just talk on the phone for hours, and then we would just go, our conversations should be in a podcast.
Yeah. Anyway, coming back, so this song, okay, if you ignore the fact that there are some random notes in between, like later on in Carpe Diem, your song that we just played, there's like a single note synth that kind of overtakes, and like for a second, like all of the quote unquote all the notes that don't really fit suddenly kind of fade into the background, and you get something that sounds actually really soothing. I don't know why. I was just sitting there and I zoned out for a good 30 seconds.
It's when the pads hit.
The pads,
It's like chaos. It's like chaotic with all those dissonant notes and consonant notes hitting and bouncing off of each other. It's complete chaos, okay?
Yeah, it's
chaos. And then suddenly the pads hit, and then like it suddenly seems to make sense.
Exactly. It really, I liked it. It was nice. And I guess that's the concept of Denpa music, which is do whatever the hell you want to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because if you think about the Popipo song, I mean, even that song had some, I would say, unconventional notes. Like if you heard the synth it goes like da 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 da. It's like a really fast run, right? So that was a very bad, very bad description of what that was. But I'll play a snippet of it so you get a sense of what I'm talking about. But that synth sound is also very kind of randomized-ish, and it's just even some of the vocal parts, like there's just like these random vocal fillers in between, which sound really funny. And like I said, the whole thing is supposedly an advertisement for vegetable juice, which is wacky. I think like this is motivating me to check out some more Denpa music. I really want to see what else comes under this genre. But yeah, this is. I mean, like I said, this has been there for ages. This is a really old video, so there's probably a lot more of this kind of music out there. And also like for these like this hyper energetic tracks, a fast bass line also sometimes works very well. Yeah. Like there's another track that I have made called Adrenaline, which has like it's basically one of the things that goes on in there is like a bass, which is just playing like the scale of the key, right? Yeah. Like all the notes of the key, it's playing in a chromatic fashion, like in key. But like it's going very fast. It's like yeah. Oh my god! All this is going on the teaser for the episode. Just saying.
Yeah. No, but like that really works. That really kind of works well to add that energy to the track.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah.
I think, like you said, this is a great opportunity to maybe get back some of my creativity, or both of our creativities, for that matter. And on that note, thanks for tuning in to episode 11. This was like
Lemon
episode. Thanks for tuning in to episode Lemon. Unfortunately, we don't have any actual lemons or lemonade. If I do, or if any of us do procure some lemons, unfortunately we won't be sharing. So, sorry.
When life gives you lemons,
you listen to Denpa music.
Yep.
When I edit the episode, I'm gonna add some. You know that sound effect where it's like, oh, you just got owned, like, oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna add that. Maybe. Well, if I have added it, then you would have heard it. If I haven't, then whoops. Psyched myself up there, but yeah.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. We're done.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.